I'm speaking to the men and women of the earth. The men and women. Not the woe-men. Not the woe-men, but the womb men. Men and women. When I say he, I mean he and she. Like when the Spanish language says muchachos, they mean boys and girls. Or if they say amigos, it's friends, masculine and feminine. So, a lot of times when people are talking, the woman may feel left out. And, rightfully so. It depends on how your thinking is. But when we're talking about man, we're talking about woman also. So like when they say God is he, they gotta mean he and she, because there's a she here, he and she here. So he's got to be composed of that, both. And the point is that the woman is the man with the womb. And we are to be complete in our own self. We don't need somebody else to complete us. We are man and woman together. And men who have lived by themselves and how to fend for themselves, not fend for themselves, but take care of their own place. Maybe put plants up, something in there that looks feminine, washing dishes. These are feminine things. And so we take on our feminine side, crying at movies, crying at songs, This is a feminine side that a man would take on, and a woman would take on the masculine side. Not to be manly, but masculine traits. Like they're doing. See, as you can see, the women are first in their overhaul of completeness, because they were the ones that were the lesser. They were treated as second-rate citizens, weren't allowed to vote, and weren't allowed to get jobs, and now look at the evolution of man, of the earth in the last 70 years, let's say. There's been a lot of evolution taking place. Now, women were second-rate, and men were the macho guys. Now, those macho guys, as you know, pretty much are out of style. They realize that they can't be macho and a cool, decent guy at the same time. Men have to be humble, and that's a feminine trait coming upon them. But first, it has happened with women. We see it, all the jobs, women out in the workplace, like men out there. So we see it taking place, the evolution process taking place with the woman, and the woman learning how to be complete in their own selves. Even women who are married and have a husband, but they realize that husband is not who completes them. Husband and wives, they don't complete the other. Man, whatever. The other person doesn't complete you. We are to be complete in our own self. And then when you join with somebody else, there won't be a relationship based on guilt, a need. You complete me, so I need from you, see? And then I'll give you back, but if it doesn't balance out, somebody's going to get angry and somebody's going to get guilty. No, see, learn to be complete in our own self. And of course, men are doing that. A lot of the macho, tough guys now are just decent, nice guys, humble people. Motorcycle guys are just, they found out that that's not the way to be, The badass thing is just not the way to be. Sandra Bullock's husband, Jesse, just found that out, and we've got to grow up. We've got to be responsible for our lives. And the men are now taking on their completeness. And these are still roles. We're still in a dream world, but it's very vivid, and we feel all of it. And so it's all okay for all these things to happen, because all it does is bring us closer to the unity which we don't understand. Anyway, men and women, later.